I'm gonna be completely and utterly honest with you. Until I started recording videos for this clan, for our brotherhood, for our family, and until I started to be more online and be more active in online communities and not just watch self-evolution videos here on the internet, but actually practically implementing the knowledge with other people. The second that I learned it and then I you know, reviewed my feedback and gave it back to them. And of course, not just that, but we also started challenging each other's opinions. We started to do all of these push up challenges and stuff like that. I'm gonna be honest with you. Until that point, I was still fapping like one time per day, which I know is still a massive improvement because back when I wasn't on self evolution, I was doing it like 3 times per day. So that was a nice extent of. And plus, I had these periods where I didn't do it for a whole week and a half, sometimes even 2 or even 3 weeks. And then, of course, I would come back into doing it once per day. It was in these like weird cycles that often repeated over the periods of months. Basically, I would do it for a couple of days in a row, and then for a couple of weeks I wouldn't do it, and then I would come back. Sometimes it would mix, so I would only do it for 1 week, and then only fab for like 2 days straight in a row. But like nothing much came of it. I didn't experience that much energy loss, and I still had the motivation and the discipline and the willpower to resist all of the negative temptations that came besides, social media. Like I already had video games secured in the back. I never have to worry about that addiction for the rest of my life. It just won't get me. I now have so much more fulfillment that I had back then that just don't want to come back. Yeah, sure, the thoughts about Minecraft and CSGO and Terraria and about all of these different beautiful games, they still come back to me once in a while. And I get that adrenaline rush to go back to Hypixel Skywars and kill some noobs over there. But I'm over it now. And it usually lasts for only a week until it finally disappears. So I keep myself busy with reading books, by watching documentaries, by being online in online communities, and actually being active with the self evolution industry. Because here's the thing, what many people get wrong on self evolution is that they think that they can do everything themselves, which usually ends up in disaster. They think that they can build up their discipline, their productivity, their focusedness, their willpower, and all of these skills just like that by themselves at their home. They think that just because they are reading some books and watching content like ours on our clan or some other big content creators, which I highly recommend. I don't want you to be dependent completely on my content. I want you to completely open up yourself to new sources of information. But still, all of that information will be completely and utterly useless until you practically implement it in the real life and you go through the discomfort and you grow from it. You get the life lesson and you move on to bigger and higher challenges that will challenge you both mentally, physically, financially, and your relationships. All of this, all of this you need for permanent and utter growth. And so, the best place to do this is within online communities with like minded men who have the same goals as you and who constantly will challenge you on a day to day basis, which is exactly what I started doing. And let me tell you, when I completely went out and I finally started to be online in these online communities, I stopped watching YouTube completely. Like I mean completely overnight. Like I'm just not hooked on that platform anymore. Before like October of this year and during summer, I was still watching YouTube for 1 hour every single day. But now it was finally different. My YouTube addiction finally disappeared. Yeah, sure, I still watch one YouTube video from time to time. I still scroll for like 20 minutes, but that's nothing. That's just me, giving some quick dopamine for my brain so that it can keep going like a lubricated machine after a long day of endless grind, after a long day of reading, of meditating, of exercising, of doing whatever. I just give myself that quick source of pleasure. and nothing can come close to it. And then you can come back to that online community and you can tell them what kind of life lessons you've learned, what kind of things you won't regret in the future, what kind of life lessons can you teach them. All of that can be talked about right over there. And let me tell you, I always knew that the source of me fapping and the source of me watching YouTube was always a lack of good friendships in my life and the lack of good brothers that were around me. But now that I was over there, it finally changed for the better, and I finally started seeing new and better results. And so that's exactly the thing that you need to stop beating it permanently. Now, of course, you will still relapse from time to time. You will still do it like once per month, like I do from time to time, which is very rare by this point, but it still happens, of course. You will still get a lot of wet dreams that you will wake up and everything will be wet, but you understand that is completely natural and it will happen to you from time to time because what gets created, what kind of energy comes into this world, it needs to be converted into something else. That's just a law of the universe. The energy, it never stays constant. The wind energy, it gets converted into electricity at one point. Like that's just one example out of infinite amounts of energies that are in this universe. So you understand what I'm trying to say. You will never get rid of your fapping addiction, no matter how hard you try, no matter the relationships that you get, no matter the respect that you get from the people around you, you will still do it from time to time. Even though you will have your dream 10 out of 10 woman, you will still do it. It is just a natural part of our male existence. You cannot get rid of it. It is literally hardwired inside of our brain to literally give us stimuli and pleasure and the reward that we want. And yeah, you will still do it. Even though if you keep yourself busy with all of the people around you, with all of the male friends that will be in constant state of competition with you, even though you will have all of those women who are talking to you will still do it from time to time, which is completely acceptable. And you shouldn't shame yourself for that. It happens to the best of us. And also, the last point. Do you think that a king who literally sits on top of the world, who literally grinds on himself every single day, who levels up his productivity, his discipline, his willpower, his ability to learn from his mistakes, which is stoicism, each and every single day, do you think that he has the time to relapse? Of course he doesn't. He is a high value man. He is respected by the whole kingdom. So let me tell you, if you respect yourself and you respect the grind, you don't deserve to actually fab in the first place because you will keep yourself busy with all of these productivity things, all these productive things that will bring you delayed pleasure, like reading, like watching documentaries, exploring nature, exploring your local cities, exploring the people around you, and finding out new powerful life stories about them. Your shift of focus will completely and utterly change. So do you think that he allows himself to do this peasantry activity? Of course he doesn't. You need self respect. And the way that you get self respect is by actually going through discomfort and by joining these online communities where people will literally grind you to the fullest. They will challenge you so hard each and every single day that you will literally grow like there's no tomorrow whatsoever. You will literally see the most amount of progress in your entire life. Because often the main cause that causes you to relapse is loneliness and the lack of respect from the people around you. So that's exactly what you need. You need to literally and quite figuratively put yourself into the state of discomfort. That's the way of how you actually stop it. It is none of these tactics like, oh, you need to love yourself more, like all of these 99% of people tell you. Fucking weak propaganda. This is exactly what you need. You need to challenge yourself and grow. And after you get the respect from the people around you, after you get the respect from the male friends that you deeply desire, and you start to hang out with them more and more, you will literally get so many new memories that even if you were that even if you are alone, you won't even get the urge to do it because your mind will be completely mindful about all the different memories and all the different jokes that you told each other, right? It just makes sense. Those are complementary forces. And once you abandon one of them, meaning that once you nurture the other one, which is the respect side, the one that prioritizes instant pain and delayed pleasure, where you actually seek the discomfort and you grow from it and you acquire the relationships, that will eventually overpower the fapping energy, the one that brings you to relapse, the one that brings you just visualizations of the woman that you actually desire. Well, by this way, you will actually get them, no matter how long it will take. Whether it would be a year, two, or even three of self evolution, you will eventually get there. Because let me tell you this, what is better? Spending a year of your life on self evolution, waking up at 5 a.m. each and every single day, and working tirelessly on yourself when you're 17 or like 35. Because when you'll be 35, you will have responsibilities to take care of, you will have a family, a job, so you won't be able to take these risks. You understand what I'm trying to say. So keep yourself surrounded with people who will challenge your growth, who will respect you in the future, and that will actually tell you what you don't want to hear and who will be completely and utterly honest with you. That is exactly what you need. You don't need all of these tactics like, oh, just count the days that you didn't fab for. No. What you need is actual, like minded people who share the same values as you. And not to be a dick, but if you want to join a community where we discuss our mental health and full of like minded men who share the same values as you, the same likes and dislikes, the same goals as you, who are becoming the best version of themselves every single day to surpass you in the race of men, but at the same time, they will be like your true, blood bonded brothers with whom you can talk about any kind of topic and any kind of life lesson, and they will give you life advice on it like there's no tomorrow. Then you can join our Discord clan in the description. I know that if you're watching videos like these and willing to take action, that you have way more potential than you think you have. So please harness it and join us on the path towards greatness. I know that you'll find your place in there and leave the 99% of people behind. I know that was shameless, especially for this video, but you must remember that I'm a businessman after all. This is a personal brand and I need to make some profits from this. And plus, it will also just benefit you as well by just being there and actively talking to my timeless readers who will challenge you for growth, of course. But I'm not just saying that you should look into my timeless readers clan. You should always look into other people's clans, into other people's families, and join those as well. There are thousands of different self evolution communities out there that you can join, and where you can learn from, and where you can grow and absolutely flourish. And who knows, they may be even better than my clan right now. They may be more authentically appealing to you, and they will give you more mindfulness than I could ever give, which is completely acceptable for me. I just wanted to wake you up to this reality, okay? So go get that respect. But besides that, you can like the video, you can subscribe if you want, join the email list in the description, and get just a free book about mindfulness. Comment on which part of the video you liked the most, and which part of the video you will implement in your daily life. Don't forget to join the clan, you're still invited, and become a part of the family. If you want to learn about healthy mindsets that will guarantee success in the long term and in the short term by mending your mental health and bringing you on the right path, no matter what, no matter the life test, no matter the goal, then I highly suggest that you should go check out Timeless Reader's Mindsets in the description. It is truly something life changing, and you would be an absolute fool to miss out, especially with the discount that is happening over there right now. And with that being said, thank you very much for watching this video, and remember, no one is better at being you